This is the Archangel 2210 here to talk to you about the live action Wonder Woman costumes that have been in the media basically for years, for decades. Now, I'll walk through each costume, who portrayed her, and when they portrayed them and what. Now, the first incarnation was in 1967, played by Eli Ellie, I believe it's Ellie Wood Walker, in a untelevised pilot, which I'm sure a bunch of people probably seen on YouTube by now. It's about 6 minutes long, and the costume itself was very. Well, I'll let you see for yourself. This is probably the best picture I could find, and it pretty much sums up the 6 minute pilot. The costume is basically like a plasticky material and fabric. The material is really not that great. It's really kind of plain. Um, the concept of the show was worse. It was, if you watch it, it's funny. It's hilarious in a way. It almost feels like a fan video that's like a parody of Wonder Woman. It doesn't feel like Wonder Woman. Um, Again, this was in 1967. As the first attempt for trying to do a Wonder Woman television series. Didn't exactly go well. Now, in 1974, some people may or may not remember a Wonder Woman television series that didn't actually take off. It was the pilot that aired in 1974, starring Kathy Lee Crosby. This version of Wonder Woman, she didn't really have any powers, so the costume was basically like a karate jumpsuit with the Wonder Woman colors on it, and she she really didn't even wear the costume from what I saw in like clips of it. It was basically like a jacket skirt thingy, and it had leggings and boots, and it just didn't feel like Wonder Woman at all. It felt like just some random character that was inspired by Wonder Woman and just went and put on a costume. It doesn't even, I don't know what I could say. It's just the material, the design. I'm not crazy about it at all for a Wonder Woman character. Now, of course, everyone knows the iconic 1975 series starring Linda Carter playing the one Wonder Woman character that I think everyone feels is the definitive version. I know I feel to be the definitive version of Wonder Woman. She actually wore two costumes on the show. This is actually technically the second costume design that she had. The first costume design was had the big eagle on the chest plate and the small belt, and the shorts were cut a little bit differently. And with that one, they redesigned it for when they brought it into the 70s, mainly because the way the bust was protruding, it they they had to change it, so they redesigned the costume so it wouldn't protrude as much. Either way, I like both costumes. I like the first one because it's very reminiscent of old school classic comic book of classic Wonder Woman. This costume is really great. I really like the woven gold chest plate, and I like the gold bracelets. I like the gold bracelets in the second season. In the first one, they had more of a. It looked more like plastic. And it's supposed to be gray. This one, it looks like it's made of metal, and I really like that. And all in all, this design, it's right out of the comics. It looks like Wonder Woman. This looks like more like Wonder Woman than the previous two designs that they had. And you know, this would work in a live action film, um, only if the material was made out of a different material. That's it. The design is still good. There's nothing really wrong with the actual design. Only thing that would change it, make it more modern, is just the material itself for the armor and the fabric. Now, for the modern television series that hasn't even premiered yet, for that's starring Adrianne Palicki. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right, but anyway, this design grew on me. I didn't like the very first incarnation that they had with like the leather pants and the blue boots. This version looks a little bit more like Wonder Woman. She actually looks good in the pictures on set, and I'll check the link below for the actual website for WonderWomanTV.com for any upcoming news on the Wonder Woman show coming this fall on NBC. Now, this costume I like better than the Jim Lee design that was done in the comics. But that being said, I still would not want to see this as the live action version in the Justice League movie or the Wonder Woman movie, because this would work better on TV in my opinion. It worked better on TV. For the live action movie, I feel they should go for classic Wonder Woman design. Like one straight from the comics. Only thing that you change is the material, don't change the design. I'm still with this one. I'm still not crazy about the crown that she's wearing. I'm not crazy about that, but this design is growing on me, and I'm excited for the show. Now, the one that's in the comic books that was done by Jim Lee, with the jacket, the gauntlets, and everything. I don't want to ever see this in live action, to be perfectly honest. I would have liked it better on Donna Troy, and it's not a bad design, it just doesn't fit as Wonder Woman. Now, this is a Terry Dawson design, and right next to her is actually her mother, Hippolyta, dressed in a classic old school Wonder Woman costume. This design is perfect for a live action movie. For a Justice League movie, for a Wonder Woman movie, this costume is phenomenal. It's exactly what the fans want. It's exactly what could work for a movie. Now, a live action version of this, the best I could do is basically the DC Direct action figure, and this is a great costume. There's really nothing bad I could say about this costume. It's probably my favorite costume design. You know, I love the armor. I love the costume itself. It's reminiscent of Wonder Woman, and they're not with this costume. It's perfect for a live action film. There have been rumors that of who was going to play Wonder Woman for years. I think since 07 or 09, there was rumors of who was going to play between everybody. All the female actresses are pining over that role because it's like the role of a lifetime to play Wonder Woman. But you really can't just give it to anybody, you know. Adrienne Palicki, she's growing on me, but I think she will work for the television series. I don't think she'll work for the live action film. No offense to her or anything, but I kind of want to keep it separate, you know. Just like with Clark Kent, the Smallville, Tom Welling, and the live action movie. A lot of people were probably saying that Tom Welling should play the reboot of Superman and have it be a continuation of Smallville. Here's what I have to say about that for one quick minute, and then I'll go back to Wonder Woman. He's been playing the character for 10 years. As much as people would love to see the upcoming Superman movie reboot be a continuation of Smallville, everyone wants to move on after that and do other stuff. So, I don't think that's going to happen. Now back to Wonder Woman. Here's the back view of the costume itself. You see the seams in the corset, and the belt actually is all seems like one piece. So I don't know how actually it goes on. So it's probably like a magical belt that probably just like forms to her body or something. That they could explain with like a line of dialogue or visual effects or something. But this costume, I really don't see anything wrong with it. I really see it's like Wonder Woman. It's like it has all the right aspects of Wonder Woman. It has the right colors, all the right armor. This is the kind of costume that they should have for the upcoming 2 movies that are going to be for Wonder Woman. Now, as for who's to play Wonder Woman, well, there's a huge laundry list of actresses that want to play Wonder Woman, and between Jennifer Love Hewitt, Beyonce, and Sandra Bullock, and Megan Fox, and the list goes on and on. Personally, all those actresses they've said, no. Someone who I think will probably be a good bet for the movie incarnation, the Justice League and the separate Wonder Woman film. I barely know who she is, so I don't expect anyone to know who she is right off the bat. Megan Gale, who is an Australian model who was actually going to do the role before the writer's strike happened and all this red tape happened. So she might still do the role, I don't know, but I think she'll be a great bet because she has the right height. She's tall, first of all. She's gorgeous. She looks like a young version of Linda Carter. She looks just like her, you know. And she has the right body type. She's not. Some people comment and says she looks a little too skinny, but for a model, she has the good body type. You know, I've seen some models that look like toothpicks. You know, but she has like a good body type. She might have to gain like maybe another 10, 15 pounds of muscle, but other than that, you know, I think she would be a great Wonder Woman. And just click her name, Megan Gale, and I'm sure you'll find like interviews and stuff of who she is and what she looks like. But she has a thick Australian accent, so I don't know how they'll do that. But personally, I think Megan Gale is a good cast because she actually reminds me a lot of Linda Carter in mainly like the way she looks and like her body type and just her. She looks a lot like Linda Carter in my opinion. And Linda Carter herself, she didn't have a lot of experience when she got the role of Wonder Woman. So, that itself was a gamble, and that was a jackpot hit. You know, she became this iconic, definitive version of Wonder Woman. And who's to say that Megan Gale won't be like the live-action movie version of that? You know, who's to say that she won't be the second incarnation to carry on the mantle of Wonder Woman, to be the next great Wonder Woman? You know, I think she'll be like the best bet. I honestly think that she'll be like the best bet for the movie, and I think she'll look great in the costume too. So, tell me, what do you think about this? Do you think Megan Gale will be a great cast, or do you think someone else should be playing Wonder Woman for the upcoming movies? Write a comment below what you think, and please subscribe to upcoming reviews, rants, and just discussions about movies and comics and anything in between.
Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman. All the world's waiting for you and the power you possess.